Let me now go across to Gargi Nandi Roy, political analyst, who is joining us at this moment. We also have Professor D.K. Giri, political analyst, who is also joining us. I want to start with you, Ms. Roy, and understand from you. Last time, when Nupur Sharma had gone to the Supreme Court, very, very harsh remarks were made as far as the case is concerned. Now, at least, till the time the court decides whether to club her petition, her various FIRs and cases, she will not be arrested. But many are seeing this as dual standards by the government. No action against Nupur Sharma, while Zubair and everybody else are being arrested.
Against Zubair also, the other bench of Supreme Court has said this is a vicious circle. They have spoken that there cannot be so many FIRs. That the other side is not seeing. And the other side should understand, in our country, we do not have any extra parliamentary blasphemy law. And what the court has said, it is in the judicial ethos only. See, let me tell my co-panelists that Nupur Sharma's whatever allegations against him, it constitutes of one offence. And in the Constitution, under Article 20/2, it prohibits persecution or any punishment more than once for one offence. So, in the past also you have seen so many FIRs have been clubbed in Arnab Goswami's case, Rohit Ranjan's case also, right? The journalist. So this has happened because Article 20 comes under Part 3, which is guaranteed fundamental right. So she has the right, and imagine as a woman, today only you are just showing a Pakistan, a person has come from Pakistan to kill her. Today one person has been injured in Bihar. Kanhai was beheaded just because of supporting Nupur Sharma. So can you understand the threat she has? So obviously she needs to be given the protection.
Right.
And within the law.
But Mr. Giri, Professor Giri, does that protection also mean that it is protection from being investigated? Because though the Delhi police has said that they have gone ahead and recorded a statement as far as Nupur Sharma is concerned, but we have not seen, a coercive investigation as far as Nupur Sharma and the statements that she had made.
Well, I am not very conversant with the law. I'm a student of politics. But as a concerned citizen and student of politics, my understanding is that the same judges who made very harsh remarks in the past, in their wisdom, they have given her the relief. I'm not questioning that. But I am concerned that she made these remarks on 26th of May, and the law should have taken its course. She should have been arrested, produced in the court, and the cases should have continued.
Okay.
Now, after she has been given the interim relief for up till August 10th, you see, now the court will be hearing her again. So that same thing could have applied after she was arrested and produced before the court. It raises the question that, there are, like you yourself said, Zubair Khan and many others, they have been arrested straight away, put in the judicial custody, police custody, and law is taking its course. In this case,
but Professor Giri, do you also concur what Nupur Sharma and her lawyers had said, that the kind of remarks which were made in the Supreme Court has actually only aggravated the threat against her? There is no justification for people, in fact, giving her rape threats, murder threats. There is no justification whatsoever. Whether she has done something against the law, all that needs to be taken in cognizance by the police and the courts. But there is zero justification for anybody threatening to kill her or rape her.
Absolutely, you are absolutely right. But in such cases, which are emotionally so explosive, you remember Salman Rushdie? There was a fatwa against her, or the Bangladeshi writer, and all the Sudanese writer. So, in a religious matters, it becomes very explosive and it goes out of control. It was really in a bad taste that she should have made those remarks. But that is history now.
Okay.
So, point is, but we are talking about law, and we are talking about balance and the perception of people like me and you about the law. That is all I'm raising.
Ms. Roy, but the fact is that, all this comes specifically from the fundamentalist or the fringe elements of only one particular, religion. Right. The fact is, madam, at this moment, since India doesn't have a blasphemy law, a lot of people are also looking at this because the government initially did not move a finger, neither did the BJP. It was only after massive condemnation around the Muslim world that the government and the BJP decided to, in fact, suspend Nupur Sharma. Should the government have been more proactive to try and douse this fire?
See, these two sides of this. See, I can also say that nothing has happened against Mahua Moitra. Even she has not been arrested. But nobody, mind it, nobody has threatened her with beheading or rape. Yes, there are FIRs, but even nothing has happened. Because we Hindus do not get so much hurt maybe. If we are hurt, we will go and file an FIR, but nobody threats. So that also, Mr. Giri, please note, nobody has threatened Mahua Moitra. And see, in that same debate, it happened on your channel. You know what Taslim Rahmani was doing. I had watched that debate. He literally provoked. If Nupur Sharma has to be punished, same should happen to
But ma'am, should the government have acted earlier, and should in fact possibly an arrest or something should have taken earlier, so that the way this entire matter went out of hands, it wouldn't have gone?
So 295A, whatever the offending somebody's religious sentiments, for that, so many times it has happened, and in the cases people have not been arrested. What is the highest punishment? What is the highest punishment? 3 years maximum, not more than that.
Okay.
Right? So the government had to, maybe you can say, when there was hue and cry, but also remember, why was the hue and cry? How many people watched your debate? It was because what was done by Zubair, he edited her portion of the debate without showing how she was badly provoked. I'm not justifying Nupur Sharma. She said, I'm not justifying. She said,
Professor Giri,
but she said
Professor Giri, you know, there should be also equal application of the law and the principles that we are talking about. If it is about Nupur Sharma or anybody else, be it Mahua Moitra or Mr. Rahmani, law should be applied equally.
Absolutely. Taslim Rahmani perhaps should have been booked, but there is a fundamental difference between Mahua Moitra's remark and Nupur Sharma's remark. Mahua Moitra is a Kali Bhakt. She is talking about her own religion. She is not offending any religion, and there are different perspectives in Hindu religion. If the madam is telling me that I have no right to talk about my own religion, then she is sadly mistaken. Hinduism is known for its pluralism, multiple perspectives, and practice. Mahua Moitra, as a Kali Bhakt, she said this is what happens in Kali Puja. So there is a fundamental difference. You are making a comment on another religion, which is absolutely.
Sir, but why drag religion into public discourse? That's the problem. Whether it is Mahua Moitra or Nupur Sharma or Taslim Rahmani, why drag religion into public discourse? And when you know that there are people whose sentiments could be hurt on that, why is religion being used for political gains?
That's my point, but let me tell you, Mahua Moitra's case is different. I have a right to talk about my own religion, not other religions. That is the point.
Sir, but that does not mean that you can say whatever you want, is it?
I can. That's what I believe in Hinduism. I worship Mahishasur. You have got a problem with that? You may worship Durga. That's my religion. We worship Ravana himself.
But isn't religion a very personal thing? Why should that be brought into public discourse, which could in fact create this kind of a narrative? That's the question.
Religious utterances should be banned in public discourse. That is another point.
Okay. Last 10 seconds to Ms. Roy.
Yeah, he said your own religion. See, own religion means, can we abuse our own father or mother or grandfather? No, that is not the justification. And I am from Kolkata. I was born and raised in Dokhineshwar. If you go Ramakrishna's place, what is the prasad given? All vegetarian. So, sir, it is a very tantric cult. It's a very limited cult which she spoke about. And she did not have spoken about that. And she stood her ground. She never apologized. While Nupur Sharma apologized and withdrew her comment. So, there is also a difference.
She did not. She apologized only after the massive pressure on her. It was not something that she did voluntarily. But let's leave it there and let the courts decide on the next course of action. But in any circumstances, all these rape threats, murder threats, it is absolutely unacceptable in any civil society. Thank you so much.